Hello, and welcome to the only track guide you'll need for Summer Point Jefferson for the week 5 in the M2 Cup. So to start, we're gonna speak about what you need to do before the lap starts. So since qualifying is very important here, it's a very short track, almost impossible to overtake unless someone makes a big mistake. You can actually set up your qualifying lap since your position in qualifying would be really important. You can go all the way to the right here and set up a better exit. It could be worth around the 10th if you really get it right. And I didn't do that here because I was trying to set a lap, but the one after was better, so that's the one we're gonna use. Well, for turn 1, I brake after this side road ends, around car length after. I go around 60-70%. Because I didn't have a great exit from the last corner, I didn't have to brake too hard here and just carry the speed. You want to have a later apex at this part. It's okay to just touch the curb but not go over it, you will unsettle the car. And you want to bring the car to the right here as much as possible before going to the left again here, because corner after this you want to set up the exit of this corner because that has a long back straight, so it's okay to sacrifice a bit of speed here just to get the car here on the left, and you barely have to brake for this part, just get the car turned. And again, you can go over this curb a bit more than turn 1, and then make sure you keep turning right all the way before you start braking. Brake around 40%, and then a later apex. And we stay in third gear in this whole section from turn 1 all the way to here. You could use second in this turn, but I found that you will unsettle the car when you upshift into third in this part. And use all track on exit. Here there is not a very clear braking marker. I sort of use after you go over this hill part, and then around once it starts to go down again, that's when I start to brake. You don't need to brake very hard here, don't go like 80-90%, you want to carry the speed through this corner. So you want to start trail braking and then make sure your speed doesn't drop. You see I'm already on the throttle, and use all the track on exit here just to like avoid engaging traction control, even if you don't feel like the speeds will get you to the end of the track. Just let the steering wheel go and just avoid engaging traction control too much, or you will lose a lot of speed in this part. For the next turn, this is the most important turn I think in this track, and it's a part where you might see a bit of accidents. I try to bring it here on the left before I go into this corner so I can take this part in a straight line, kind of. And then I brake around the once this part disappears on my screen, I just start braking. You can brake hard here initially because you wanna slow down a lot, but then you also wanna carry the speed throughout this whole corner because it's very long. And I use around 20-30% of brakes just to get the car turned. You don't want to go too wide here, or you find the car not really wanting to turn. I stay in third. Then you want to start accelerating as early as possible without engaging too much traction control. And you need to use all the track on exit here. If you go over this part, you will get an off track, and in the race, if you see this nice, you actually get here the pit lane entry UI thing. So yeah, that's completely normal. As long as you don't go over this cone, you won't get into any trouble. There was a 51.0. It was quite a good lap, but it was a fixed setup with a test session from the official schedule of iRacing UI, and that was also the second flying lap in the run. So in qualifying, you should have higher tire temperature, so it should be possible to get into the 50s, especially if you set up the last turn exit before it. So yeah, that's your summit point lap, and now we'll have the cockpit cam lap and then the chase cam after it.